So, we're just going to talk about the Kimura quick from side control here, right? We can do it from half guard, we can do it from a lot of places. But when I'm attacking this Kimura, right? And I'll even do it from here, right? I'm in side control, John gets his underhook, and I'll cave my hip in. As long as I block his hip here, I'm fine. Okay, I'll start looking for that elbow. When I get his hand and I plant it on the ground, again, I'm not trying to get his hand to the ground. I'm trying to get my elbow to the ground next to his body. His hand will be out here, that's fine. Okay, if any of you guys weightlifted in your life, right? When you're doing pull downs, it's not about pulling my hands down, it's about pulling my elbows back, right? Right? Trust me, it is. Your back will get a lot bigger if you think about pulling your elbows down. But anyway, right? So when I'm looking for this and I push, I'm getting my elbow to the ground and I'm creating a brace. Because John is far too strong for me. Right? So I gotta get that elbow in there. Now when he tries to get his arm free, he's gotta fight through his body. Right? His goal is to get his knee to his hand. That's gonna be his defense. As long as I keep that elbow in there, I can keep that defense away. All right? If I just try to hold his hand down, now he brings his knee in the way and I'm all kinds of reacting. Is the term we're gonna use for the kids. All right? So I wanna keep my elbow in there. Now when I'm attacking the Kimura, my second arm wants to be as far out towards his elbow as I can. Okay? Because I get somebody with big meaty shoulders like John and I try to come up here by the shoulder, it's gonna be real hard for me to get to my wrist because my arms are nice and short. Right? So I wanna bend to his arm. Get as far out towards that elbow as I can. Right? Now all my weight is on that hand. All right? I don't want to lift everything up. There's a lot of space here. He moves a lot. Right? Ah! Right? John's fine. So I want to glue that hand to the ground. And I'm going to lift his elbow, not his shoulders. Notice my butt didn't move much. Okay? This is a lot of fun because all I got to do is roll my wrist and lift his shoulder a little bit. And he just keeps tapping. Right? My wrists are not lazy. You see this? My wrists are not bent backwards. Okay? I'm not here. My wrists are rolling to the ground to glue his hand in. Got a nice 90-degree angle on his shoulder here. And I'm gluing, watch what happens to his hand when I push his shoulder down. Okay? So by holding it there, I'm not letting that happen.
Yeah.
That make sense? You can probably explain all of what's going on here. I got nothing. All I know is that sucks when your hand can't move. Right? So I'm using that. I'm digging under his shoulder. I slide out to the elbow. Lock my wrists. When I'm ready to finish, I rotate up. If we can't get the shoulder off the ground, I can still step over and do the same thing. But I'm lifting his elbow. Okay? Not his arm. Cool?
Is there any benefit to stepping over if you did it the first time? I mean, is there control of it?
It's power, but it creates space. Right? So if he times it and comes with me, then we get into more of a scramble. I still have the power for a while. There was a Gracie versus Freakazoid in the quintet match. If you have UFC Fight Pass. The last quintet, I want to say it was Igor Gracie, ended up getting in a very similar position where he stepped over and Gracie had his arm safe. It was in front, right? He came up and the leg went over the head and they ended up getting in this battle and they rolled 3 or 4 times until Gracie's arm popped out and I think he broke his arm. Right? So it creates space for a scramble, okay? But as long as you manage it, you can still go with it. My goal of stepping over the head is just to get that extra leverage to be able to use my hips to lift the elbow. When I start lifting the shoulders is when we create scrambles. Cool? So get those use those angles to your advantage. Right? That'll lift the elbow. Yes? Keep going. 1, 2, 3.